We came in early today. Hey guys,
Hey,
welcome back to the episode. My name is Cameron,
my name is
alongside
Jackson.
Jackson here.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
I kept going a little
Oh,
longer.
and if you haven't noticed yet, we have another
Yeah, we have a
guest with
special
us today,
guest today,
Grogu.
Grogu. Welcome
I
to the
think it might
show.
become a, yeah, I think it might become a regular occurrence where he just sits in with us. Do you want to say anything? That means hey.
Yeah.
Oh,
just-
he didn't stop.
Can we just get a round of applause for Grogu today? Thank you for coming on the show.
I'm very excited to have him.
Yeah.
So if you're not,
I said he might say some things here and there, but
if you're not watching, then this definitely gives you an excuse to watch us now
Yeah.
on YouTube, so you can see Grogu.
yeah. And in this episode, there's even more of an incentive to watch because the topic we are talking about. We're going to describe the images to you, but if you watch, you can also see the images because I will put the images up, and we will describe them. But then you can also have your own opinion about them, what you think about it.
Computer man, that's you.
I'm Computer Man.
Techno man.
Yeah, Techno Man, Techno Man, and Man with Grogu. Those are the new hosts of this show. But yeah, so we're back with another episode. And Jackson, would you like to? We start every episode with win of the week after our intro, of course.
Oh,
but yeah, you get right into it because I got to think of one still. It seems like we would get better with this, and we would come up with something before the episode, rather than trying to figure it out while we are talking.
While we're on the spot.
Doing it. But it seems like
we talked for like 30 minutes before we even recorded this, and I didn't think of a win.
No. But sometimes we just talk, and then sometimes things come out that make sense, and sometimes things don't make sense. So
let me see. I think it might have to do with school, maybe. No, probably not.
School's not a win. School's bad.
With work, no.
I feel like you cover the same things every week. It's just school or work. I mean, that's all we do,
School
though.
or work.
That's all we. I mean, all I do is school, pretty much. I mean, we can't do anything. We can't go anywhere.
Hobbies. Oh, my win of the week is today. Actually, my friend came over. He's probably listening now. Shout out to Logan.
Hello, Logan.
Yeah, he came over after school, and we played basketball for like, I don't know, a little less than 2 hours.
Basketball.
It was
player
very
now.
fun though.
You're a basketball player now.
Oh,
Did you dunk at all? Did you dunk?
When it was like at 7 foot, yeah.
I mean,
I was just playing for fun, you know.
Don't tell people it was 7 foot. Don't tell people 7 foot just so you can dunk. And then when they
Yeah, I
ask
can
you to
dunk.
just be like, yeah, my leg's hurting a little bit. I mean, I can't dunk today.
That's what you do. Oh, I got a bum ankle.
Yeah, I got a
You,
bum
that's
ankle.
you every
Speaking
day.
of that, speaking of my ankle, I actually rolled it yesterday.
Oh my god.
That's funny that you said that because I did roll it yesterday. I was getting off my board, my longboard, and like
That you fell off the. You are not good at riding this thing.
No. I'm fine. That's the thing. I was fine until these last two times. I guess I rode it once in between there because I rode to the place that I was going to, and then I came back. But so I was getting off of it, and I was going. This is technically part of story time, but I'll continue since you brought it up. But so I was riding, and so I was stopping, and then like because when I stop, I like hop off to the side and like I pick up my board while it's still rolling a little bit. Well, I hop off, and the sidewalk just like juts down, and so my foot just goes right off the sidewalk and then right into a hole, and then so my ankle went sideways. So it is minorly swollen, not really that. It's not as bad as my other ankle injuries that I've had, because I could still walk and stuff, and I could still.
Weren't you
move
on
around.
crutches at one point, or did I make that up?
No, yeah, that happened. I
Didn't
believe
you
it
like
was.
break it?
No, it wasn't a break. They told me that it was worse than a break, but it was just like I just tore everything in my foot.
Worse than a break. Oh,
Yeah.
was it like an avulsion fracture?
I don't know.
Because that's when like
No.
that's when like the ligament like gets detached from the bone, I think.
No, they just said the ligaments got torn, but they didn't say anything about fracture or break. But yeah, I'm fine. I'm good, guys. I fell last week. I think that was last week I talked about it.
Your legs are just prone to injury.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's whatever. But
That's what happens when you're a student athlete.
yeah. But I'm not a student athlete. I don't play sports here.
Oh, you don't play basketball at Tech? You're not on the team?
No. I'm not on the team. This 5 foot. I guess I'll round up to 6 foot. This 6 foot.
You're like over 6.
No, I'm like I think the last time I measured myself, I was like 5'11" and 3/4. But I just tell people I'm 6 foot. It's close enough.
I'm like 5'11". You're taller than me. You're definitely 6.
Okay, well then fine. I'm 6 foot, and
I know your height better than you.
you just look at me at 6 foot. Gotta be. But yeah,
I know
so
it.
this 6 foot white guy is not on the basketball team, unfortunately.
What a shame.
I know. I tried out, but I didn't make it.
Did you actually?
No, no, I
Oh.
didn't try out. No, I didn't try out. But yeah, that's my story time of the week already. But my win of the week. Wait, did you finish your win of the week?
Oh, it was just that Logan.
Oh, that's
played
right. Then we got on the
basketball, and it's
topic of
fun.
basketball, and then you
Yeah.
said something about my ankles, and then
Injure.
yeah. So my win of the week, I think, will be usually I can come up with these
Nothing.
quicker. Yeah, I don't really have anything.
Terrible week.
It wasn't a terrible week, but it wasn't like a. I guess it was sort of productive. I mean, I had a lot of work due this week, and it was kind of annoying because it's like, it's getting towards the end of the year where we have to turn a bunch of stuff in. And I don't really have that many exams. I think I have like 2 maybe, but not really looking forward to them because I don't really feel like doing it. I'm kind of to the point where I'm tired of doing work. It's not that I'm like, because last year for my senior year of high school, I was kind of done with work because, like senioritis or whatever it is. But this year, and like summer is ahead or whatever, but this year I'm not necessarily tired of work because of the summer. I'm more tired of work just because I don't want to do it anymore. And it's kind of like, I'm just kind of tired out of the work.
Oh, I'm the same exact way, especially for me since like before 2 months ago or a month ago, I was home like every day. So it would be like I'd be sitting at home doing homework and then I'd have to stay home and do homework. It was just so much. And I'm just kind of burned out lately. And I mean, the year has definitely been easier than it would be as a junior normally. But when you add in the factor of the fact that you are home and not in the building for the whole time, that makes it a lot harder. So I'm also at the point where, I mean, I have 8 weeks of school left, but I've got 3 of the AP exams and the exams for all the other classes. So, and the SAT in like less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot.
I think that.
But I'm not really I'm not worrying about the SAT at all.
Yeah.
Considering, I mean, I'm not saying that like, oh, like I'm gonna like not like I'm not just gonna guess on it. Like I'm not just gonna put random answers.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna worry about studying for it a lot. I mean, I'm definitely gonna study for some of the math part that I don't know well. But like the school I currently want to go to, which it could change. I mean, I'm only a junior.
Yeah, you talked about that last episode.
It's a test optional school. So
it's not really.
I have a headache right now.
That's new. You didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that before we started. It was like
it just came out of nowhere.
Oh, I don't actually get headaches that often, to be honest. Like,
wow. Do you even get sick?
No.
Well, I mean, besides
COVID. I don't get sick. Sick is not in my vocabulary.
No, but that one time you did throw up. But that's different. That's a different sick.
What time? The COVID?
At King's Dominion.
Oh.
When you threw up.
Yeah. Was that? Yeah, you were there that time. That was the time we were. I don't know.
We got off the alien ride.
Yeah, have we told this story before? I don't know if we have. So
I think we did.
So if you're newer to the episodes or the newer to the Loosely Unscripted series, we had the same podcast but a different name. And we might have talked about this like early in season 1 of that podcast, which is still under the Loosely Unscripted name. You can find it. But we can talk about it again to fill some time because we're not doing a minor topic today.
I'll make it my story time since you had a story time.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can talk.
Even though it's about you.
And I'll input when it needs to be inputted.
Yeah, so we went to King's Dominion with our youth group, and we had rode the Intimidator twice in a row. If you don't know, that is like one of the biggest roller coasters in Virginia.
Yeah, it goes 305 feet in the air, and people are known to black out on it. And also, I
blacked out.
I did a little bit too. I would like to note that I was also sitting in the front both times because my roommate, who I'm living with now, said it would be a great idea for that to happen. And also because there were no lines, so you could just walk right up there and get right back on.
It was the best day to be there. Yeah. But yeah, so we rode it. We all rode it twice in a row. Well, not everyone, but dude, Grogu's ears in my way. But I don't know.
He's like in your. He's like, here, tilt him, spin him a little bit.
Oh no! Stop.
Grogu fell. There you go. Yeah, like that. Oh, hey, buddy.
Okay, so look at the way he's looking at the mic with me. No, stop.
He's gonna fall
He
again.
fell again.
Back to the story. Back to the story.
Sorry, he needs to stand up straight on his. He's uncomfortable. Grogu. So yeah, I blacked out twice. Like at this one part,
Not like
at the very
blacking
top.
out though. You didn't like just.
Yeah, I didn't like pass out.
It was
but
basically like you blinked for a longer period of time.
Yeah, like I couldn't. Like my eyes were wide open, but I couldn't see it
without controlling.
Yeah. Anyways, so then there's this like I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know what it's called either.
It's some alien ride, and it's inside. For a point of reference, it's kind of like Space Mountain, because it's like dark like that inside Disney World.
It's called like Area 51 something, I think. It's something with aliens.
It's like aliens and stuff, and you're in space.
Yeah.
And it's all inside, pitch black. It's very small too, but it's a long ride and it's spinny everywhere.
Yeah.
So we ride that, and then Cameron gets off, and he's like, "Hey, you said like to Andrew like to hold your bag or something."
No, I told him to go get my bag, and he was like,
"Oh yeah,"
okay.
you were like, "I don't feel so good." Yeah. So then I was already waiting outside, and well, I had kind of like walked out before you, I think. But I remember you saying
I think you were
like,
sitting
"I don't feel good."
I think you're sitting farther up than us or something because you got out and moved out quicker than us. Because I think they did it in rows, like where like the first people's seats unlock first, and the second, and then the third people's seats or whatever.
Yeah. So then you get out, and there's a trash can right by the exit, and you come out, and you just like put up your finger like this, and then you just open up the trash can and just throw up in it.
And then I remember that I don't remember who, but I remember someone was trying to talk to me, and I was like, I just kept putting up my finger. I was like, just wait a second, just wait for me to finish. I'm busy here. And our youth leader was sitting there. She was just cackling at us, at me.
Well, at least you made it in the trash can.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, at least I made it there. I held it in there all the way till I got there.
Could have done it all around the floor.
Yeah, or during the ride.
Impressive.
I mean, I felt it. I felt it coming during the ride. We definitely talked about this because I think I remember talking about this. But I remember feeling it coming while I was on the ride, and I was going on the like I felt it before I was on the ride, but I didn't want to tell Andrew because I was like, okay, it's probably nothing. I'm probably fine.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'll just get on the ride. It's okay. It's whatever. So then I get on, and then I go through it, and like towards the middle part of it, I'm like, uh-oh, I might not make it.
It's coming out.
It's coming. But and also with this ride, it's like dark, but they like flash lights at you sometimes.
Yeah, you can like see like parts of the tracks.
They'll just randomly flash a light at you.
You think your head's gonna get hit.
Yeah,
I thought like I was like, if you put up your hands, I think they would get chopped off by part of the track.
Because I think they do say keep your hands down.
Yeah,
like inside.
Dude, oh my gosh, could you imagine?
Imagine me losing my hand and then me throwing up while I'm losing my hand.
Throwing up.
But, so I made it to the trash can, but I felt very ill prior to the ride and during the ride and then after the ride. Well, but then after the throw up, I felt okay. And then I took a break for like an hour. I rode the that one car ride with you, the one the Speedway something. I don't know what it is. It's like they had like the different colored cars, and it was like a racetrack you were on, kind of. It wasn't like bumper cars or anything because it was an actual roller coaster, but like you had individual cars. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, well, that's the one I rode next. But yeah, I used to get motion sick, and that's why I did throw up on that. But it kind of went away. Like I don't really get motion sick anymore because like I also haven't been to a theme park in a while. I mean, we went to...
You haven't had an opportunity to be motion sick.
Yeah, I haven't had an opportunity to test my sickness to see if it's still around.
So go on a boat 30 miles onto the ocean. Did I ever tell that story?
I'm not sure. Please do tell that one, though. We're coming up with some new ones. Throw
story time.
Throw up story time.
This was about, 3 or 4 years ago, and we went to the beach. And you did not come.
No, this was not.
This was the year before that you came.
Yeah.
But it was us and our other like family friends, and this was in, I don't know where it was. It was like the most like desolate place like ever. I have no idea where the beach was. But anyways, one day, it was like, I know that there was a turtle like sanctuary or something around there.
Was it like wait, you don't know where the beach was? Is that what you're saying?
I can't remember what it was called. Yeah.
What state was it? North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida?
It was either North or South Carolina. I don't know.
Same thing.
I want to say South Carolina because it was regardless.
That's besides the point. Continue.
So it was a Wednesday, and we decided. Well, it was kind of a group decision by the males that wasn't necessarily my first choice, but I was fine with it. So we went fishing, and we get there to the place where we go. It was a very long drive. I mean, it was probably like 30 minutes. But
I mean, for the beach though, that's kind of long because like everything's kind of close together. You'd think.
Yeah, so we were waiting for a while, and then turns out the boat that we were supposed to go on, which was apparently pretty big, was it broken down or something. So we had to go on another boat that was like, oh my Lord, dude, that was the smallest boat. I mean, it could.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
I'm trying to. What?
If you're watching the video on YouTube, Jackson's just whipping his head, or if you're not watching, Jackson's just whipping his head left to right, and I have no idea what he's looking at. I think he's trying to size the boat in his room.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a point of reference. So to give you an idea, from the top to the bottom of the boat, space-wise, like space to fit in there, it'd probably be my room. I mean, like the actual like top part of the boat that like you can't be in would probably point out of my room. It was a small boat. I mean,
so basically the size of it, probably a generic room in a house, a bedroom in a house.
Yeah, a master bedroom. Yeah. Master bedroom.
Sorry.
But doesn't matter.
Continue with the story.
So we go out. And he was like, "Yeah, we gonna be fishing today," because there's these two like country guys that were like smoking, and they're like, "Yeah, we fishing today," and we go. I almost exited out of the video. Whoops.
That would have been bad.
And so we went out, and at first I don't know if the beach was on fire because we were going out for like 15-20 minutes, and then we could still see part of the shore, and there's just a gigantic smoke cloud. Oh, then I was like, bro.
Why did you think the beach was on fire?
I just thought it was. Oh. So then we keep going, and then eventually there's no land to be seen at all. Like nothing but water around us in this tiny boat, and it's swaying side to side. And I mean, I was afraid we were gonna be lost, but I looked at the guys like who was steering the boat, and there's like a screen that like literally showed exactly where we were in the water. So like I was like, how's this man gonna get us back? Like, what if he turns the wrong way and we just like go straight?
Keep going out into the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, I was so scared. But so I don't know. By the time we couldn't see the island is when I started to feel sick. Because I mean, obviously, like when you look out and there's nothing but water around you, it's kind of a sickening feeling.
It is kind of freaky, yeah.
So I laid down the whole time, like in this little like chair kind of. There were so many things that happened. Like someone who will remain unnamed peed in the boat. There wasn't even a bathroom on it, and he was like, "I gotta pee," and the guy was like, "Just pee off the side." But then he peed in the boat, and then someone else.
It's funny because I know who it is, but
yeah, and then someone else threw up on the side of the boat. And
did you throw up though? That's the main question.
I did not throw up.
Oh, okay.
I did not throw up.
Bravo.
But anyways, so we get there and we're about 30 miles out into the ocean, and then we fish, and I caught a shark. So it was probably.
Wait, did you say to meat fish?
Is that what I said?
I think so. Sounded like that's what you said. We went out 30 miles to meat fish.
Is that what I said?
I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
Well, if we met some.
You're just greeting them.
That's not what I meant to say.
You're just greeting them.
The fish I caught, it was probably about as big as Grogu, the shark.
So that's about, how big do you think that is? A foot and a half?
Put it beside my lamp. I don't know how big my lamp is, though.
Yeah, I'd say probably a foot and a half, maybe 2 feet.
What? This is not even a foot.
Oh. Put it up next to your head.
How big do you think this thing is? It's not that big.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, wrong way.
Okay, so it's I think it's at least a foot. That's at least a foot.
Toes. Yeah, it's probably a foot. It's probably a little bit more. You're probably right. It's probably like 2 feet because the shark was a little bit longer.
Shark.
Anyways,
still pretty cool.
It was a baby shark.
Yeah.
It was strong. Someone else caught a puffer fish. And then someone caught like a fish that we had for dinner that night, which I didn't even eat. I don't like fish. Then we came home And I mean, we were out there for like, I think it was a 6-hour thing. So 6 hours off of land. Basically, I'm a pirate.
Did you feel like sick at all, like while you were out there, or were you just kind of like?
No, I felt sick the whole time.
Oh,
Bro.
is that what you were saying? Okay, I couldn't tell if you just like didn't want to be out there and sitting. That's why you were sitting down, or if you actually felt sick.
Yeah. Well, while the boat was moving, like we were actually going. When we stopped to catch it, I like stood up and I was like, "Ooh, like I'm kind of okay." But like especially on the way back, like oh my gosh, like the whole feeling of like the rocking and like like oh, I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it either. I think I would.
Oh no, you would die. You would.
Oh, thanks.
Because like I don't really get motion sick in cars unless I'm in the back seat and if it's like blazing hot.
Yeah,
like there's nothing worse than like there's nothing worse than a hot car. Yeah. But like if I'm in the back seat on a windy road, but if I have like cold air blowing on me, I'd probably be fine.
One thing that I do sometimes when I feel like I could throw up, like motion sickness, like because we travel to West Virginia sometimes, like every summer we go, and so if I feel motion sickness, I usually motion sick, not motion sickness. If I feel motion sick, then I usually put in headphones and listen to music and like sort of like sing along with a song, and it kind of gets your mind off.
So it takes your mind off of it
while it's continuing to look straight, and then you kind of just like forget about that you have to throw up. So yeah.
Yeah,
what a great story time for today.
A long story time. Yeah, I think.
Let's get a word
ad
from.
Time?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's get a word from our ad here. Hey guys, Jackson and Cameron back here with another word from our sponsor.
Coca-Cola. Eat fresh.
As much as he butchered that. Subway and Coke, if you would like to sponsor us, I don't know if they have a partnership or not. I don't know if that's.
I mean, they probably do, because can't you get like Powerade and Coke products?
I mean, you probably can.
Yeah.
But
so
Subway,
both of you.
Coke, please sponsor us.
Yeah.
But we don't have a sponsor, and if you'd like to sponsor us, please reach out to us.
Even if you're not as big as
Coke Subway or Coke. We'll still take you. I mean, we're not big either, so I mean,
not yet.
We'll take anything. But let's get back to the episode. Speaking of the beach, we do those ads. We did those ads at the beach.
I remember drinking that water. That was the most crisp water of my life when we made that. Because I could tell by the way the ice sounded.
Yeah, it sounded nice.
Yeah, that was good water.
But guys,
oh my gosh,
we have some bad news. There will not be any beach podcast episodes this year. That we know of, because we will not be going to the beach together. Here, wait, I have a sound for that.
Oh,
I know.
I forgot part of my story time. My win of the week.
We don't have time for that.
No, this is important, guys.
Yeah, okay. We got time. I
got my vaccine on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of important.
I got the Pfizer. I got the first shot, and I felt like I had the flu that night.
You felt sick? Yeah, a lot of people say.
Yeah, I'm good now.
A lot of people say it does kind of do it a little bit.
Glad I didn't have COVID.
Yeah, that's true. You made it through. Well, you don't know yet, because we don't really know what the vaccines do. We're kind of just taking a chance, pretty much. They're supposed to work, but we don't actually know, because how would we know, right? Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into our major topic for today. So I was watching this YouTube video. I'll give a little backstory why I thought of this. So I was watching a YouTube video, and I was like, the topic or the premise of the video was talking about album covers that are sort of like immerse you in what the album's going to be, and or albums that specifically for that cover make it better because it's an iconic album, or it's like a classic looking album. It looks cool. Something that draws you in rather than something just kind of generic, and sort of that fits the bill of what the album is going to be. And so I texted Jackson after I watched the video, and I was like, hey, we should do something about this for the podcast. And Jackson said, that'd be a great idea. I don't actually know what he said. I think he said something like that. And so
I probably just said okay.
yeah, probably. Or that sounds cool or something like that. But so yeah, we decided to do that. And so Jackson and I both have 5 albums each. I don't know. We're not gonna say there are like top 5 all time like album arts or whatever.
I didn't necessarily do it the way you said it. I just kind of picked out 5 albums I like the cover of.
Well, that's fine too.
So
yeah, you can say you like the cover of yours, and I'll give a little more backstory of mine because mine are more. Jackson has a book that I got him. Jackson will.
Oh yeah, I was gonna show the book. It's called A Brief History of Album Covers.
I also have this book too. I also have this book, but not with me.
If you can see the title.
Yeah.
I want everyone to see it.
So that's what Jackson used for his reference. I used my music library, and then I had some off the top of my head already that I thought, because I watched the video and he suggested some, and I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, we're gonna both do 5-ish. Maybe I have a 6th one that I might do if we have extra time. But yeah, so do you want to start out with one?
I'll go first.
Okay. And also if you're watching the YouTube video. There will be, or if you're not watching the YouTube video, we will try and describe the album covers as best as we can to you.
No, we're not. You better watch the YouTube video. I'm just kidding.
But if you are watching the YouTube video, you'll get the description, and also you will get to look at it. Hopefully I can edit it right. Hopefully it works right. Hopefully I can figure out how to edit it.
Yeah, figure it out. My first one, I'll say, I mentioned the album the other day. It doesn't really. I don't know if it has any meaning behind it. I haven't done any research on it, but I like the album a lot, and I just think that the cover of the album is like perfect in a way. It's Daylight by Need to Breathe. So now the picture would be up.
Yes. Insert picture.
Insert picture. If you can figure it. Yo, Grogu, I moved him, but he's in my way again.
There you go.
Dang, man, I need some ibuprofen, bro. Can I go take an ibuprofen?
There you go again.
After this one, can I go take an ibuprofen?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay.
And I'll talk about mine while you're gone.
So I'm an old man. I need my meds.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. He needs his meds. He missed it.
If anyone noticed, I have an MU hat on. I just like this hat. So.
That's where he's attending school.
Currently.
Yeah.
So the album is like a lion, and this isn't like.
Not sure what that noise was.
I don't know if this is a fact, but I'm fairly certain that the former like guitarist made the album cover. His name is Bo Reinhardt, and he left the band like a year ago, I think.
Yeah.
But him and his brother Bear's the singer. What just happened to? Oh, my computer just is in low power mode now. Did you notice the darkness went down?
No.
I guess it was just on my screen because now it's very dark.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm sorry, that bothers me. Yeah, that's why I have a headache because my brightness is so high. But I'm pretty sure that he painted it because like that's why he left the band. I think I don't really know. They didn't say, but I think it had to do with like pursuing his art, and like he has like art on his Instagram page, and the art is similar to that album cover. So I think that is I think that he definitely painted it. But I just like it a lot. Like it's a white background and like it's a lion, but it's like
it's simplistic, but it's not.
It is, yeah, it is, but it's also like kind of abstract. It's definitely it's abstract.
Yeah.
So I don't know if like there's some. I mean, it's called Daylight, and I guess in a way, the way that the lion's mane looks, I guess you could say it looks like sun rays in a way. So that probably has. I mean, when it comes to that though, I mean, lion. I guess they're Christian, so there could be something to do with like Lion of the Lamb, something to do with that maybe.
There could be some underlying symbolism to it.
Yeah, but it's also just really cool looking. So, I mean, sometimes it's just like, hey, it looks cool. So it looks cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all right. I'm gonna go take some ibuprofen.
Okay. So. While Jackson's getting his ibuprofen, I'm gonna talk about my number 5 album, which I think the cover really sums up the album well. Because it's 2 people hugging. Okay, before I say the album, it's 2 people hugging, and the whole premise of the album is sort of about loss and betrayal and like losing someone, losing trust in someone. And the album is Ginger by Brockhampton. And it's like a grainy cover, and it has two people hugging. And if you're watching the video, you can see that now. But I don't know. There's just something about it that sums up what the album is about. That that really fits the style of the album. The image fits the style of the album. And Grogu, do you have anything to say about that? No. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, so the the cover is Joba, someone from the band, hugging someone else. I'm not sure who the other person is, but it's a very broken down image. It's very simple. It looks like they're in a maybe they're in front of a fence somewhere. I know that, but couldn't tell you where. And while Jackson's gone, I'm going to go ahead and do my next one since he is taking his ibuprofen like an old man. My number 4 album, which, I mean, it's not technically ranked because these are kind of just like that I came up with quickly, is Free Spirit by Khalid. The album is very bright, which signifies sort of like the theme of the album, super happy, upbeat stuff. And, oh, yeah, hey, Jackson's back. I'm doing my my next one as well since I sort of wrapped up the first one.
What was the first one?
While Jackson was gone, it was Ginger by Brockhampton.
Is that like yellow?
No.
With like the blue guy on it?
No, that's Saturation. Those are the other ones. I'll show you it afterwards. So I was talking about Free Spirit by Khalid and how bright and like...
I knew you were going to pick something by Khalid.
Yeah, it's super bright and it's like... It just signifies everything the album is, basically. Like happy, upbeat stuff, summer, get in a van, road trip. And so, yeah, it's very like sunset-y looking, like blue, yellow, orange, red, those type of colors. And he's just standing on top of a van. So that's my number 4. So, yeah, nice. You go with your number 4 now. And I also said they're not technically ranked because we're just like...
Oh, yeah, I'm not... Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the next one I'll do is Coloring Book by Chance the Rapper.
Okay.
And it would definitely has the same reason behind your reason for Free Spirit.
Yeah.
Because it's like I love vibrant album covers. I love covers that catch your attention, and like album covers that are just like poorly put together are just like gross. Like, let me think of one.
I feel like
say right now.
I feel like if the
that
album
you can
cover,
show as an example,
if the album cover doesn't look appealing, then the music,
then
even if it's
not,
like a popular artist, if the album cover is not appealing, then the artist isn't going to, not the artist, the music isn't going to be appealing to you, type of thing. Like, I think the cover has to be meaningful to you and draw you in for you to listen to it. And if it doesn't, then you're not going to listen to it. That's sort of how I feel about it.
Like this one, like
Blondie.
I mean, it's just
generic, very generic Blondie cover.
Yeah, like I feel like that doesn't pull me in. Like if I saw because in the store, like when you see like someone pulls you in, like you know,
well, especially
you're more inclined to buy something that looks appealing.
Yeah, especially like with records and stuff, like older, like 80s, 70s and stuff. Like that's how you listen to music. They had to draw you in somehow, especially if you didn't know the artist and they were trying to be found. They're like, hey, buy this because it's like splattered paint here, looking cool here, or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But anyways, also with that album, it was kind of his masterpiece in a way. I mean, it's still officially a mixtape. It's not an actual album. But on the cover, he's wearing a 3 or a hat with a 3 on it.
He's wearing a 3. He's wearing a number.
Which is kind of his thing. And I mean, obviously the reason behind that is the fact that it was his 3rd album.
Yeah.
And like, it just kind of shows how dedicated he was to it. And the fact that he still wears that hat like today after that came out in 2016?
Yeah.
I think. Like the amount of like that really is his, what's it called? Magnum opus. Is that how you say it?
I don't know what it means.
You never heard that?
No.
Hold on, let me look that phrase.
It's sort of like his.
I want to make sure.
I think I know what you're saying. Like his defining thing, like that people, like if people see that, they're like, okay, that's him.
Magnum opus, a large and important work of art, music, or literature, especially when regarded as the most important work of an artist or writer. So yeah.
So are you saying his 3 hat is that, or that album is that?
I think that the 3 hat has to do with the fact. I think that the 3 hat. I think that I gotta figure out what I'm trying to say. I think that the 3 hat kind of shows the amount of work and dedication that went into the album itself, and the 3 hat being on the album is a great representation of that. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, I understand that.
And also, I like the purple background, or like pinkish background.
And it's like
in his blue shirt.
it's like a purple reddish, right?
Yeah, it's a really pretty album cover. It's definitely one of my favorites. So.
And so I've decided while I was looking at how long we've been running, I think that we should each do one more. Because we've been running 36 minutes and we usually wrap up around this time.
That's been a long one. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I am picking I'll go ahead and say the 2 that we're going to pick. I'm just not going to describe them, and then I'll say my main one.
Show the picture too.
Yeah, I'll put the picture up there. So I was going to say If You're Reading This Is Too Late by Drake. It's very simplistic. It's just words. And I think I'll do a quick summary. And it's very simplistic. It's just the words. And I think it fits the album well because it's just white and it's just words. And it's very... Oh, it's in my head a second ago. What I was going to say. It's like a dark album. That's what I was looking for. And then Darkness on the Edge of Town by Bruce Springsteen was also on my list, which is also the same type of theme. It's kind of like very pale colors, white, black. And it sort of represents the same type of theme. It's kind of like, I think it's kind of a darker album, personally. With its
no, it definitely is. It has to do with like the bleak outlook on America and like the discontent in the standard life.
Yeah. But this next album is actually my number 1. Like, I think this is the best album cover, in my opinion. Because The Internet by Childish Gambino. It has the perfect mix of color. It's
I like a shirt on it.
Yeah, it's very simple too. It's just him sitting. And it's just his face, but it's like it's got shades of pink, it's got shades of red, it's got shades of like this ambient, like I don't even know how to describe it. If you're watching, you'll see it. And he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and he's just staring forward. But it says everything about the album though. It shows that it's like, because half it is kind of dark-ish, and then the other half's kind of like bright, and that sort of like signifies the album. It's like it's somber in some places, and then it's like up like in your face, like super like loud and stuff at other points. So I think that is the all-time best album cover, in my opinion, that I could think of at the time. So now, your turn. My rant over.
Well, the other 3 I was gonna do was Born to Run.
Good choice.
Classic. Bruce. And kind of just like quick summary, I guess. Just kind of like, I love the way his shoulder is on Clarence and the way his guitar looks. Him and Clarence are just like perfect. And also the little on his chest, he's got like a little pin of Elvis, and I think that's kind of a very nice allude. Did I use that word right?
Yeah, I think so.
To like his inspiration in a way. So I like that a lot. I just like the whole, like, that cover is really good. Like black and white covers are fantastic if you do it right.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Very simplistic, but if you do it right, it looks good.
Yeah. I was going to do Sonic Highway. Or is it Sonic Highways? I don't know. By Foo Fighters, which is one of their most recent albums. It revolves around the number 8 in a way. Mm-hmm. It was their 8th album. In the middle of the album has a little 8 in it. Mm-hmm. And there's 8 songs on it. And they recorded it in 8 different cities. Oh. Each song in a different city. And each song had like a special guest on it. So it's a pretty good album.
Well, that's one of those scenarios where the album correlates with the album and like what they did with it, so the cover fits.
Yeah,
type of thing. I like albums like that. That's
pretty cool. Yeah, and then also this next one kind of does the same thing. "Sign of the Times" by Prince.
I thought you could say Harry Styles, and I was like, oh, okay.
No,
so you didn't see that one coming.
I don't have anything against Harry, but
I do like the cover though.
Isn't he like shirtless in that one, like in a pool?
Yeah, he's in like a bathtub that's tinted like with pink water. Which that is a really good album cover though too.
I do like that cover
because it's like the whole album is very sad and like it looks like an album you would cry to in the bathtub. And Blonde too. Blonde by Frank Ocean is also sad. It's also a very sad looking.
Oh, when he's
yeah, because like he's literally in the shower crying. It looks like, well, not looks like. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. But yeah. Yeah, continue.
Well,
Sorry.
let me Sign of the Times by Prince.
By Prince, not Harry
Basically,
Styles.
He's I wrote down leaving behind past. So basically that's what he's doing with the album cover, because it came out, it's not the Revolution, it's just Prince, not Prince himself. In the Revolution. And you can kind of see like in the album cover, like it's got like a stage, like a messed up stage, and it has like a Corvette on it, obviously, you know, little red Corvette. And it's got his guitar like on the floor by the stage, and he's in the corner of the album cover, like obviously like walking away from that. So sign of the times, you know, the times
shows
are
growth,
changing,
basically.
Obviously. It shows changing growth. And it shows that maybe leaving behind sometimes is necessary for growth.
I like that. Good album cover, Prince. Good job.
Yeah, good job, Prince, for being the best at everything. Yeah. The best guitarist, best piano player, best singer, best songwriter.
Yeah. I'll give him credit for a lot of those.
Rest in peace.
Rip Prince. But yeah, so I think that sums up the our. Sorry we had to speed it up there, guys, but
this was a longer episode.
Yeah, we didn't want the episode to run too long. But as we do every episode, we do.
We used to have like some hour-long episodes.
Oh yeah.
What were you saying?
I was just gonna say we do our recommendations, but yeah, we used to have some long episodes. They were good though. I mean, they were enjoyable to listen to.
Oh yeah, we could talk forever, bro. Yeah, we still can.
Yeah, I mean we can. Yeah, it helps though. I think COVID and quarantine has kind of limited our ability to do stuff. Not kind of, it has. So we kind of have less things to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so every week we do recommendations, and I will do my recommendation first, and it sort of goes with our topic. I kind of like to keep my things with the topic, and I think that you should look at album covers and try and find the significance to them, to the song. Like it should be, the album cover shouldn't just be something random. It should be a significant body of work, like it's a piece of art type of thing. And why does that album cover work well with the songs? And just look at it and maybe DM us on Instagram if you want to, and tell us what album you picked and why. And if you're watching the video, there's our Instagram right there at Loosely Unscripted.
Ooh, that's clean
boy. Transition.
That was perfect. The way you said that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's my recommendation for today. Jackson, do you have one?
I was actually gonna say to listen to one of these albums, but I don't want to copy you.
No, that's not technically copying. I didn't tell them to listen to the albums. I told them to think of some on their own and why they're significant to them.
No.
And if you think of one, DM us though. DM us and tell us what you think, and we'll talk to you.
My recommendation is to sleep more. Okay.
Okay. That's it.
Because sleep improves a lot of health and just. I mean, I was obviously very tired on the podcast last week, and I've gotten some more sleep since then, consistently. And
you can see how more vibrant you are today.
Yeah, except it's very dark. Look at that.
Now it's too bright.
Now
turn that back on.
Orange man. Sorry. But yeah, also Grogu would like to oh yeah, that's my recommendation, to sleep more. Stop staying up.
I thought you were gonna say something about Grogu.
Oh yeah, Grogu would like to goodbye.
Grogu's gonna goodbye too?
Say goodbye. Stop. No. He said hi. Okay.
Does he have a goodbye?
We're done with him.
You can still hear him talking behind you.
I just chucked the man behind me.
You chucked him and he was still talking.
Sorry to cut you off there, buddy. I'll get him later. He's fine. If you're worried about him. Anyways, so this wraps up the podcast. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for listening. And hopefully, I mean, we got a little off topic with story time, but I think that we have done a good job of consistently sticking to a loosely based outline.
There you go.
Which is kind of our thing here. It's kind of our running, what's it called?
Gag.
Joke? Gag. I was going to say gag. But
yeah, Jackson and I, we are planning a trip to the summer together, so we can do, like, we're going to try and figure something out so we can do some episodes together. And we'll get everything situated for you guys to watch that and listen to us. And I think
meet and greet.
Yeah, meet and greet. Still, I mean, we talked about it earlier on in episode 2 of the whole podcast.
Let's go on a tour. Let's go on a world tour.
We're selling out stadiums.
Loosely Unscripted world tour.
It's coming.
Just people to
coming
come hear
soon.
us talk. Just sit on the stage and talk for like 2 hours. People
About just
sit
random stuff.
and they can't make noise.
Yeah,
if
be
they
like,
talk,
don't
we just
speak.
like, stop.
Don't speak. We are recording, guys. It'll be a different live show that we release.
Anyways, we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
So
you gotta say goodbye.
oh sorry, I froze. Just kidding, I didn't freeze. You all just got tricked. Everyone just got tricked.
Everyone that was watching got tricked.
Share this with all your friends to totally coconut mall them.
TikTok trends.
Anyways, anything else you want to say? Are
No,
you on that
that's
side?
all.
Oh no, that side.
That's all I got.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Can you see me?
Yeah. Jackson,
Look at me. Look at me.
hit him with it. Hit him with it.
Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
Okay, fine. Peace and elbow grease.